Hi, my name's Kyle, and I'm here to talk to you about being awkward. Haha, what's up? Haha. Guys, you know the title of the video. You know what I'm going to be here talking with you about. Being awkward. Oh boy, buckle up, ladies and gents, because this is going to be a bumpy ride. Woo! Yeah, look at how... Man, really getting up close and personal this video. Haha. I don't even really want this video to have any sort of direction, any sort of rhythm to it. It's just gonna be what it is, guys. Hopefully you get something from it. This is gonna be a video where I do all sorts of things with my hands, because I don't know where to put them ever. That's the truth. Let's see, what's something else awkward I can talk about? Oh, the only reason I'm wearing a hat today is my hair's kind of greasy. Ooh, got greasy hair. Maybe that's just gross. Maybe that's not even awkward. Guys, can I be kind of honest with you? I've always felt extremely uncomfortable in every situation I've ever been in. Because most of the time I just don't really feel good enough a lot of times. I mean, how am I supposed to know in any given situation if I'm supposed to speak too much or speak too little? Because some people, you know, they get a little bit uncomfortable when you don't speak enough. But then you got others that are like, man, that guy was dominating the conversation the whole time. Couldn't even get a word in with that fella. My whole anatomy, I mean, my legs are so long and my torso's so short. What am I gonna do? I make awful Italian accents also. How does one even survive being this awkward? I'll tell you a story. I think this one will help kind of convey what I'm trying to say. This one's for my fellas in the room. Hey fellas, where you at? Whoa! So basically this is a story about the first date I ever had. And really the whole thing's awkward, so I could really jump in at any point and just kind of share it. I will say I didn't really even have the nerve to ask the girl out in the first place. My friend got on my phone and was goofing with me, and she said yes. And I was like, that was unexpected, but I'll take it. So me and this very attractive girl go on a date. My first date ever. It was my sophomore year of high school, and I was just all in the feels until the date actually came to happen. By the way, if you're watching and you know who you are, thanks for watching my videos. So I pull up to her house in my '04 Jeep Wrangler, and instead of coming to the first door, I text her, "Hey, I'm outside. What do you want me to do?" Because, you know, I was a little too gutless to go to the door and kind of like, you know, give her a little knock. And she said, "Come to my door maybe, and like, I don't know, like escort me to your vehicle." So I do come to her door. I meet her family, and oh man, I did not set a good first impression. I think this camera's been pointed too low this whole time. There we go, just raise it right up, right? So I go to her door, I'm already feeling uncomfortable, already don't really know what to say. I'm just like, hey, yeah, you're cute. Yeah. So this date gets kicking off, and the place that I had intended to take her was closed. So we had to rethink, and I was like, Cracker Barrel sounds good, doesn't it? And so I took this girl on our first date to freaking Cracker Barrel. We go into Cracker Barrel, we get some breakfast foods, because what else are you gonna do at Cracker Barrel? We play some checkers, and the check was taking too long. We actually missed the movie that I was gonna take her to because of it. And she, just full on rebel mode, says, do you ever dined and dashed before? And I was like, whoa, dine and dash, what? So we didn't dine and dash. To all you waiters and waitresses out there, you can still, I mean... And so we go to the drive-thru. No, we didn't get more food, silly goose. We went to the drive-in. And there weren't many movies showing at the drive-in, but you know what was? The second movie to the series 300. I don't even remember what it's called. I told her, I was like, you know, I kind of like 300 a little bit. She was like, oh, I do too a little bit, yeah. So we're in my Jeep, and we're both kind of aware that things aren't really going the way that either of us would like them to. So it's not like I'm gonna like make a move to like hold her hand or anything. So we're just kind of sitting there watching 300 on my crappy speakers. We got there like halfway into this movie too, and so it's like not even worth it. And so I take her home after that. Don't even walk her to her door again. It's like at this point, Kyle, just get the hint. And now the memory of this awkward date is just locked into my mind. And trust me, I'm not underhyping it. I might have not given as many details. I will say I'm better at dates because of it. So maybe there's one takeaway already. Wasn't really intended. This isn't really supposed to be a video about dating. What am I even talking about? So in my mind, I have a lot of the same fears that just kind of play through my mind before I go into really any given situation. Some of these do include, you aren't good enough. What am I going to do with my hands? What are you going to say? They're going to get tired of you. You're not going to agree on everything under the sun. You have the weirdest walk known to man. Your facial hair looks weird. You make references to things people have never even heard of. And also number 8 and 9, which I can't even think of. All of this to say, all of those things sound a lot like excuses? No, yeah, they're excuses. But I think they're more than excuses. They're lies. Further than that, I think they are half-truths. I think one of the best ways that the enemy we have lies to us is through half-truth. And in my book, half-truth don't equal any truth. It's like, yeah, maybe I do those things, maybe I have those qualities, but that's not like what defines me, and it's not by any means the end of the world that I have those characteristics. Like, what? It's easy to see that so many people are bummed out by their own characteristics and can't love themselves because they listen and they hear some of the truth and they're like, oh, that must be all truth. This is why people call Jesus the truth. Well, he's the way, the truth, and the life, but truth, falls under that category. So lesson 1, don't get caught up in half-truth. Some of the most beautiful friendships that I've ever had the privilege of forming have been born through the most awkward of beginnings. And let me tell you something, every relationship is going to end up at some awkward silence or some weird, aggressive dispute or disagreement. You're not going to agree with people on everything. Let it go. Be the awkward one. So lesson 2, don't run from awkward silences. Don't run from awkward disputes. Embrace them. That's what molds you and your friends into the relationships that you have. Don't let the fear of rejection keep you from sending the invite to that next person. Little friendships count as friendships too. Awkward is not bad. It's meant to be shared. Everyone's awkward to some extent. Get in on it. Okay, everyone, so this message might be a little bit of a goofy one to bring to you, but it's rooted deeply in a gospel truth. And therein lies the invitation to sacrifice comfort for a greater comfort. Sure, you might have to sacrifice the little bit of comfort that you have, and I'm not saying that it's the most ideal circumstance that you might be jumping into, you know? Life is messy, man. What I'm saying is worth it. You know, there's that famous saying about you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. In the same way, life will pass you by if you keep letting this hold you back. Lesson number 3, being the awkward one costs a lot, but it's worth it. So be the awkward one, man, or girl, woman. Your identity crisis is coming from the fact that you're living so boxed in. Break free of it. Find freedom today. Be the awkward one.